Who is Guy Gardner? I'm glad you asked. Let's talk about it. Guy Gardner is the fearless, noble, and macho man of the Green Lantern Corps. And next to John Stewart, he's actually one of my favorite Green Lanterns. In his original origin story, we learned that Abin Sur had more than one potential Green Lantern that he could pass down the mantle to. He asked his ring to seek out a candidate that was completely without fear. And when the ring scanned Earth for his worthy successor, it came across two men that fit this description. One, of course, was Hal Jordan, and the second one was Guy Gardner. But the reason that Hal got selected over Guy Gardner was simply because he was close by. Abin Sur simply told the ring to just select the person closest to him because he was kind of dying. And that person just so happened to be Hal Jordan. When Hal learned that there was another fearless and noble man that was capable of being a Green Lantern on the planet, he asked the Guardians to show him what it would have been like if he would have been selected. Using a machine that shows possibilities, it's learned that Guy Gardner would not have just been a good Green Lantern, but he would have been a great one. So much so, in fact, he ended up just being selected to be a Green Lantern anyway. But before he was selected, Hal sought out and developed a friendship with Guy Gardner in case something happened to him as the Green Lantern. It gave Hal Jordan great comfort knowing that he had a royal successor just in case he met his untimely demise, just like Abin Sur. But as we all know, this is comic books and origin stories are subject to change. And Guy Gardner got a new, updated, and revamped one in the New 52. And his origin story now is tailored to the fact that there is more than one Green Lantern Guardian of Earth. In this new origin story, we learned that Guy Gardner comes from a long line of cops. It was even stated by his father that the line of blue Gardners in Baltimore goes all the way back to 1860. But we later learned that Guy Gardner got kicked off the force because of a false report, which has caused him to be at odds and have a serious rift with his family, but mainly his father. After Gardner attends his sister's police graduation, his brother convinces him to go over to his father's house in order to make peace and attempt to bury the hatchet. But this outcome is far from what Guy Gardner got. The visit ended with Guy's father getting drunk and Guy smashing up some of his father's police pictures. But before he left, he was able to pick up some police chatter on his father's radio, learning that his brother was being shot at and pinned down by some local gang members. And in this situation, this man without fear didn't hesitate to get on his bike to go rescue his brother. In the shootout, Guy's brother's partner is badly wounded, and Guy's brother looks like he's about to meet his untimely demise, until Guy Gardner swoops in with his bike, using it as a makeshift battering ram, knocking out some of the gang members. He then puts his brother into the back of his squad car and attempts to drive him to the hospital, but he unknowingly knew that this act of heroism would make him a Green Lantern. At that very moment, a Green Lantern ring chose him, imbuing him with the power of the most powerful weapon in the universe. And that's how the Macho Man Randy Savage of the Green Lantern Corps was born. Now, in terms of powers and abilities, Guy Gardner has all the basic powers of the standard Green Lantern. He can use his ring to create energy constructs, fly, and also enhance his speed and durability, as well as his strength and reflexes. But I think what makes him unique as a Green Lantern is that he's not as clean-cut and well put together as Hal Jordan or John Stewart, because in the world of the Green Lanterns, he is considered the loose cannon. But for me, that adds layers to his character and makes him unique from your standard Green Lantern, because it shows that heroism can come in many different shapes, sizes, and attitudes. And not to mention that he has one of the most badass Green Lantern costumes of all time. But Guy Gardner is living proof that justice sometimes doesn't always have to follow the rules.
You want it? You'll have to take it from me.
In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
Poetry?
A sacred oath. That's what I stand for, Bug Boy. What do you stand for?